Uncharted: The Lost Legacy was released August 22nd, 2017, and was developed by Naughty Dog and designed by James Cooper. This game is an action-adventure third-person shooter of a separate story of a character in the Uncharted series. Instead of playing as Nathan Drake like you usually do, you are playing the character Chloe Fraser that is after an ancient Indian artifact known as the Tusk of Ganesh, and you need to uncover it with the help of Nadine Ross and keep it out of the hands of a ruthless warlord known as the Sov. So with that, the Uncharted series being one of the greatest game series of all time, for my opinion and other people's opinions, and also the developers being Naughty Dog making amazing games, I had quite the high hopes for this game, and after I played it, I was actually kind of disappointed with what this game had. Don't get me wrong, this is still a good game, having amazing gameplay, nice gunplay, amazing graphics, and a well-run story, and seeing the chemistry develop with Nadine and Chloe going back and forth during the game, it was, I mean, that's amazing. Probably some of the best chemistry I've ever seen in a game ever. It was, like, so perfect. But with all of that good stuff, with also, let's not forget the great cinematics and amazing acting that they had in it, there are also some very bad flaws where, with those flaws, to me, I'm not counting the Uncharted game from the PS Vita. One, because I never played that, and also because I don't think it's really canon. But with that, I believe this is probably the worst Uncharted game out of all the Uncharted games. Don't get me wrong, this is still a great game, but it does have flaws where I think it is probably the worst one out of all of them. It's still good, but it's the worst out of all the other great games. Okay, so let me give you the reasons why. It's because, I mean, the first reason is that the game is too fucking short. The Uncharted games usually have at least like 20 chapters or something. I mean, it has like a full-length story where it's like you go like from here and here and here. It's like you go fucking everywhere. So with Lost Legacy, it's 11 chapters. I wanted a 20 chapter games. Like, if this is a story of like of a separate character, I want something longer because I want to know more about the other character, you know? But it's like they like shorten out so much. That is definitely not Naughty Dog there. And the other reason is that the villain is very underdeveloped, and he didn't look threatening at all. Usually in the Uncharted games, usually have like a very interesting villain that's like either scary as fuck or like really interesting to watch. I mean, the Uncharted villains, like they're not really the most developed characters ever, but they at least have some like variety to them, or it's like you kind of like, okay, I'm invested in this villain. But this one just like he seemed like he was just pretending to be evil. And like back to the villains here is that usually when you have interesting villains, like you at the end of the Uncharted games, they have like an epic battle and stuff. But with this one, all you did was just basically just punch the shit out of him, and that's it. That's all you did, like, every time you countered Sov. And it just, that wasn't really the best. It's because he's like, I want an epic battle. Probably at the end, it's probably the most interesting, like, way to kill a villain. I'm not going to really spoil it, but it's like, it wasn't the best. And another thing is with the open world section of what the game had, don't get me wrong, that area that they made, it's gorgeous as hell. I love how it looks. But it took so long. Like, they basically padded the hell out of that. It's like you had to collect all these coins and, like, put them into the thing of another thing. I don't know what it's called, alright? You have to, like, get a bunch of coins around the map and then, like, go up in towers and shit. And it was, like, so padded out. Like, they could have cut, like, so much stuff. I mean, it was so padded out. That was just so shitty for Naughty Dog to do. So, with that, those flaws is why I just find it to be the worst out of all the other Naughty Dog games. Some people love this game. I find it a bit disappointing. I think it's overrated. But, I mean, okay, alright. So, this is definitely not the best Naughty Dog's game. It's still good. I mean, as I said before, it runs smoothly. It's amazing gameplay. It has nice looking visuals with an interesting story and well developed chemistry with the two main characters. But, I mean, just with those flaws, I just can't just give this like a great rating. Because that kind of turns me off a bit, you know? So, with that, I'm going to give this rating probably a 7 out of 10. It's not an 8, it's definitely not a 6. It's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10. I do recommend this game overall. Like, if you find it cheap, like at GameStop or something, I would definitely get it. Like, I would say $30 or lower is what I would recommend. Don't get it like at, I think it was probably at like $60. 60 or 40, I'm not sure. But otherwise, I mean, as I said before, 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. This is another game review from me. My name is AndyBox, and I'm out.